Yeah, like no one's on today. Like Lost Angles are at work.
Dan Mason?
Dan Mason is stuck at home.
Stuck at home. Isn't that how you access Skype usually when you're stuck at home?
Stuck at like his hometown. He says he's like home.
Oh.
He his car broke. It was flooded.
Oh yeah.
I guess he
that
was at
sucks.
his girlfriend's house and her neighborhood flooded.
Damn, yikes.
Fucking terrible.
So I guess he's stuck at home. I don't know why he's home, but he's just there. Fancy Deluxe hasn't responded to me.
Oh, he's out and about.
Last week, or 2 weeks ago, he was like, "Oh, I thought you didn't want me on the show anymore." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "I don't know. You didn't invite me on the show." And I was like, first of all, you're on every episode. I don't know why I have to invite you. And second of all, I did invite you. I'm looking at the message that says, "Hey, are you going to be on the show tonight?"
It's so fucking funny.
So there's that. And I was just like, he thought he got kicked off. And I was like, what are you talking about? I don't know. Goofball.
I like Dan. The rest of them probably just saw my Twitter and were like, nah.
They're like, 3D art is dumb.
This guy's not even vaporwave.
Slowly transition into host mode, which is very similar to regular mode. In fact, I'd say host mode is worse.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you right. Alright, let's get started. We're here. 3D Cast is back. My internet. No, everything is just wrong. I'm gonna start the show.
Counting on me.
I'm gonna start the show by well, first of all, saying hi. This is 3D Cast, and I'm 3D Blast, and we're here with Samir
Hey.
and Vito.
Yo.
It's a very empty podcast, and then of course our guest Floor Baba.
Hey. Woo. Yo.
The amazing Floor Baba. But I wanted to start the show off with a couple questions that my friend sent because we accidentally we posted our question email, which is ask3dblast@gmail.com. We posted it somewhere and he found it and started asking a bunch of questions. This is from my friend Scott. Just to warm us up, first question, what is your blood type?
My blood type?
Sure.
Jazz and water.
Alright. What is the best compliment you have ever received?
One time 3D Blast called me amazing.
That's true. I did. I tweeted it multiple times.
Every time I was like, oh god, I'm gonna retweet this, but it looked like I cut on big.
Would you be willing to eat a bowl of crickets for $1,000?
Nah.
No? Yeah. Me neither. What keys on a keyboard do you not use?
I use them all.
Yeah. What key? Like typing keyboard or music keyboard, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's even funnier to me because, like, I know Scott and just him sitting there typing these questions just without response.
Wait, this is Scott Michael?
No, not that Scott. My Scott, different
Okay.
Scott, not the Scott that got in the
Our
car
Scott.
accident. Not yeah.
This question sounded very Alan Fist to me for some reason.
No, our Scott's equally as out of this world. What is your least favorite word?
Yeah, I don't really got one.
So
These are rough.
You like all words? Even the
Yeah, I'm just,
even bad words?
Yeah, bad words have to exist so good words can exist, you know?
That's true. Without
Oh,
bad
wow.
words, then all words would be bad.
That was deep.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Dude, I'm getting into it. And then of course here's a very, I mean, Samir will laugh at this. Here's a very Scott question: if you were a worm, how long would you be?
Oh, like 5 miles.
It's a big worm. Let's see here. Who is the 4th person on your missed calls?
Dude,
What?
You know what's awkward? Probably. Let me see.
This is the hard-hitting questions.
It's my dad.
Crazy.
Yeah.
What's
Well, I
the
haven't talked to him in like 2.5 years.
Oh God, I know.
Oh.
I know, dude. It's weird. It's been a rough weekend.
This show does get deep. We're here to fix problems.
Dude, I'm an open book, man.
Well, answer this then. You discover a beautiful island upon which you may build your own society. You make the rules. What is the first rule you put into place?
Everyone's gotta play gamelins.
What is that?
That's a good rule.
It's an instrument from Bali.
Gamelin?
Yeah, man.
How do you spell that?
You've probably heard it before.
G-M-E-L-A-N. If you have Secret of Mana, the soundtrack, they emulate that a lot.
Huh. Okay, it's like a bunch of pots. It looks like.
Man, pot everywhere.
It was like a bunch of like pots and pans. Looks like they're cooking. What is this?
Well, they're multifunctional.
You can use them to cook. Okay, let's see. Okay, inbox. Let's work. Do you like soda or pop?
I'll drink soda if there's more than soda in it.
What was the answer again? Sorry, I think my thing cut out.
I'll drink soda if there's more than soda in it.
I see. These are hard-hitting questions to really get me going. This is more for me than anybody. I think that might have been the last one. I think it was. I'm glad we're off to a great start. Highly energized.
This is the Jeb Bush of podcast.
Well, let's do our regular shite, dude. Vita, what's up? What you been doing?
Oh man, I've been so I've got nothing to do. There's no more DMT. Although
yeah.
I did just release the last Rec Selects, and I've been catching up on a few different labels like Cyber Dream, which is Human Nightmare's label. Really good.
Oh, yeah,
It's only been out since January.
Huh.
And
I've been catching up, which I've been doing a few times. I think I said the last time too, on Orange Milk, because they're really good. And they finally heard Canopy Stories by Euglossine, and it's super good.
Okay.
And other than that, I've just been slowly getting through the 1001 Vaporwave reviews. I'm at 130, 135 now,
Yeah,
which it's only been a month, so...
So what do? You post one
That's
every day, week, or what?
I do about, on days that I do it, I do 5 a day, unless I'm
Jeez.
really feeling it. Then I'll do 10 a day. But
They're long.
do it
They're
out of
long too. They're like long paragraphs.
A few of them are, they have a little word counter. Most of them are between 300 and 400 words, but then some of them, if I get a little crazy, I'll go up to maybe 800. Depends on the album. Miami Virtuals was really long, just because I've had that album for 16 months now, so I've I know it in and out, so I have a lot to say. But then some albums are really hard to talk about, especially the ones that are a lot more abstract, and I can't really talk about sample sources used and stuff. So I don't know. It's challenging sometimes, especially if I'm not a huge fan of the music. But most of the music I like. But sometimes someone will be like, "Hey, can you review my album?" And sometimes I already liked their album and I was gonna. But other times it's "Ooh, I don't like this. I'll just have to pull something out of my ass and give it 3
why
stars."
don't you just tell them no? Just be like, no.
Well, I've started. There have been a few reviews in there where I was like, you can kind of tell if you read it that I don't like it, and I'm just kind of appeasing who asked me. But
Wow.
not in all cases. Some cases they ask me, and I'm like, oh damn, I actually really like that. So, you know, you win some and lose some. So that's what I've been up to.
That sounds great. Samir? Anything
Yeah.
fun?
Nope.
No?
Just been. No, I've been. It's the same a week after week. School and Overwatch.
That sounds like a plan.
And that's.
Samir?
Still in
Yeah, let's do it.
Samir?
June.
Samir, I have to ask you something.
Yeah, I'm doing. Yeah.
What is your Vaporwave alias this week?
Ooh, check this one out.
I need to write it down because Hex isn't here.
You know, since my little buddy is sick, just call him the Data Doctor, boys.
Data Doctor.
I'm here to fix you up.
That's pretty good.
Let me see your bits, boy.
Wait, what? You want me to do a bit, or you want to see my bits?
Huh?
Is that what you asked?
What? I don't know what you're saying.
The Data Doctor's checking out bits. He's a comedian. Sounds tight. Floor Baba. What have you been doing? What has been interesting you lately? Checking out cool musics, movies, games. You're moving.
Yeah. Honestly, it's just been I've been like the least amount of an artist I've ever been, just because I'm buying a house and doing all this cleaning and fixing appliances and crap.
You don't do it to a musical montage? That'd be pretty artistic.
Well, maybe I'll start like recording stuff and get some Foley work done.
Yeah.
But yeah, doing that stuff. We're working on a big compilation album for Despop right now with another thing. I'm not really allowed to like discuss too much of it. It's dropping in like days, so I'm mastering that right now.
You can't talk about your own thing?
No, because I'm helping it happen, but there's
I'm
like
just
a
kidding.
collective involved, and yeah, it's a surprise thing.
Yeah, I thought you were going to be like, I have to talk to the boss and make sure it's okay.
Yeah, well, it's like a joint effort, so I'm like
Yeah.
playing it cool.
Yeah, well, that sounds cool. As for me, I've just listened to Blank Banshee.
What?
For the first time ever?
For the first time, besides teen pregnancy.
What the hell? What
Yeah.
did you just listen to the whole album finally?
Yeah, I just bought both of them, and then I just listened to them. They're good. They're really
Just in
good.
time, because next one's supposed to come in 2 days.
That's what everyone's
The
saying. I
rumors.
think that's probably why it planted in that's probably why it's in my head, because I was like, I might as well. They're good. I think there's a couple tracks that I'm like, this is Hard Vapor before Hard Vapor.
Yeah.
There's also I'm just kind of like, yeah, they're really good. They're really cool. He does a lot of like his sample work is cool, and
I
the
can't believe you only heard Team Pregnancy. You never heard like Eco Zones or some shit? Like the really popular videos that came out when Blank Banshee got popular?
no.
Wow.
I was just behind on that. I mean,
Well,
hey, like Hex just listened to Floral Shop like a couple weeks ago. So,
That's a little more understandable. I feel like that album like repels people more easily.
yeah.
When I
that's-
saw the cover to Blank Banshee, I just wanted to hear it. Like I don't know why.
Yeah, it's cool art. I really enjoyed it. I will say. What if I hated it? What if I was like, fuck that, I'm out. I'm out of Vaporwave.
I think
Blank-
you should drop that out guys, right now. You'd be the first person to admit it.
just say that I didn't like it. Sorry, I
I mean, if you did.
I think my internet is like trying to kill itself right now.
What if you like one of the albums but didn't like the other? I've never heard someone say they like Zero, but they don't like one. It's usually take it or leave it. People either like both or they hate both.
Well, I'm pretty sure they are pretty similar. I don't think when
Yeah.
one came out, people were like, "Holy shit, he changed the game." It's pretty. I mean, they're both awesome, but I'm just saying they're pretty similar styles, and I hope 2 is also good. Which is weird. I don't know why you'd start with 0 and then go to 1.
I hope it's Blank Banshee 10. I hope it's in binary.
Blank Banshee.
just to fuck with.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Blank Banshee
Right?
01 and then like 01 or that'd be crazy.
Like that.
It's
What's
tripping me
happening
out.
now?
That'd be a good
Here
idea.
first on 3D cast.
Blank Banshee 1-1. Yeah, because no one's ever said he was doing 2. No,
Yeah.
he never said that.
What if it's just 3? What if they just skip 2? Like fuck it, we're normalizing the numbers.
Or what if
the
it ne-
third one's Blank Banshee 3?
What if it never comes out because
That could be okay too. I mean, I'd rather there be no third Blank Banshee than a shitty third Blank Banshee, you know? Because both of those albums really do sound so alike. It'd be a shame if people like can't say that it's all the same anymore, you know? So it wouldn't be as consistent.
Well, how long has it
But
been?
I don't know.
Blank Banshee 1 came out
It's been
in like
2012
yeah,
was
but
when the first one came out,
like
and
4
the
years.
2013 for the second one. So it's been a really long time. Like, it's kind of amazing that Blank Banshee still has like relevance, considering they don't really talk to people in the community as much. I mean, they do, but not at the level of like being in the Vape Council or constantly messaging people. It seems like they're a lot more cryptic. And it's I don't know. They haven't released anything in years, so I'd be honestly more amazed if it doesn't come out just over how long people have been talking about, the whole full moon of
Yeah.
2016 thing or whatever they deciphered to get that date. Like, it'd be really like, wow, it didn't come out. Wow, there's no more Blank Banshee, I guess.
It'd be so funny because he just
I don't-
releases a thing that just says, I'm not doing a third.
I hope it's just like a 3-track EP. I hope it's called Blank Banshee 2 or whatever. It's just like 3 songs.
Blank Banshee EP. And
I hope it's a movie.
that'd be awesome.
Oh, that would be awesome, actually.
If it was a full blown, maybe that's why it's taking so long because he has to film it.
Oh,
Dude,
shit.
if it was like Interstellar 5555, the Daft Punk movie. It was
I've
like,
never seen that.
oh, that's cool. Get in your truck. Whose truck is that? Is that Cyberpunk?
That's the lawnmower. Sorry. Landscape got here like right when the show started, of course.
They were like, oh, I want to be on the episode.
They're like, I want to be on 3D cast.
Ask him if he was a worm, how long would he be?
Okay, hang on. I'll be right back.
He's such a worm. What a worm.
What a
Sweet.
squirm.
Oh, you know what I definitely forgot to ask?
What?
To get the 3 tracks we're supposed to play throughout the show.
That's alright. They can hear it live on set.
Yeah!
Or behind on set. That's up to you.
So, Flora Baba.
Yep.
What we do is we like to play a couple tracks during the show.
Okay.
And we're about
He
to
said-
go to... Did you ask him? Vito?
No,
That-
nobody
I-
asked me, no.
Vito?
Huh?
Did you ask him?
I was interrupting for a joke. I apologize. You can continue.
What?
I pretended that I asked the guy the thing,
Yes.
and then
Yes.
it was a failed
Sorry,
joke.
I think
I apologize.
at the same time you did your joke, my thing cut out, and I was like, wait, what's happening? I thought maybe you had actually asked him.
No, I went away with the intention of making it look like I asked him, but no, I didn't, sadly.
Well, Vito's full of false promises today. What was I about to say? Oh, you play 3 tracks. So if you had to choose one of your own tracks to play right now, what would it be?
Probably my track from the desk tape.
Okay.
Let me take a look at what that's called. Yeah, jelly mining. Oh, like that one.
Jelly mining?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're gonna listen to that. What's hold on, let me try to rethink this. Like, what?
Talk about it.
Yeah, that's what I usually say. Thanks, Samir, with the save. Talk about the track, the production, maybe, or the inspiration, or
Well, it was actually I was the person mastering and organizing this compilation, and then at like 4 a.m. I was done. I was like, hey, can I swear on this?
Yeah, you
Right.
can. There's no
Okay, cool.
ecstasy here.
Yeah, well, I was working on it, and like at 4 a.m. I was like, fuck, I gotta like write a track. So I threw this one together between the hours of like 4 and 8 that day when it was releasing, and that's it.
Interesting. I always music when you make music like really late at night, it always is the best to me.
It is.
Yeah, I was like, exhausted. I hardly remember writing this one. That's why I like it so much.
Didn't even know the name of it. It's intense. All right, we're gonna cut to that. What?
No good.
So we're gonna cut to that and be right back. Some more stuff.
So.
This part 'cause we're talking about me. I mean, Pioneer.
Sucks.
I was listening to it, and I was so kind of stuck on that album because it was like the whole like essential joke, like, oh, it is on the essential list, and like, oh, it's good, and then I was just like, I seriously do just want to leave it because I don't do that style anymore. Not that I don't like it, it's just kind of like I felt the album was like lazy, not lazy.
Well,
but
wasn't
like,
it?
It was,
Didn't you release it like in increments?
Yeah,
like, originally.
It was 3 EPs over the course of from February to just throughout the year. I guess every 2 or 3 months. It was 3 parts, 4 if you count the bonus tracks.
I mean, I still think that album's great. I mean, there's Spotlight Suite, there's fucking
there's like some jammers.
Track.
Yeah, there's like some bangers on there.
Losing
Jammers.
Friends, which is like kind of like almost a meme in itself. Like people really took to Losing Friends like happily, I thought.
Yeah.
And then you got Lifeguard. That song
It was
is
on
like
the-
one of the most like I regret not doing a video for that like when it came out. I could still do one. But,
It's
like
so-
it should have been the track that made the album more popular because it's so good.
That was the Nano for his compilation track. I just kind of threw it back on my EP, but like comparing what Pioneer was to what I do now is so different. And
Yeah.
I think upcoming album, no release date, 3D Die Hero, the one that I've been hyping up and then have to stop hyping up and then until it gets released. I feel like that is in a way a successor to Pioneer, but it's like if Pioneer was done with production instead of like like Pioneer was like, oh, what is vaporwave? Let's make an album. Kind of. That's why it's called Pioneer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This isn't my episode,
How many-
though. What the hell am I doing?
I've started interviewing you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I was about to ask. You're getting really deep into it.
Yeah, I love talking about myself. Who doesn't? But this is the part of the show where we can talk freely about Floor Baba. This is his section. So,
So talk about Pioneer all you want.
yeah, talk about my album.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how would you come to the name 3D Blast?
Oh, from the Sonic game.
That's what I figured, but I just didn't know.
Sonic 3D Blast. Well, how did you come up with the name Floor Baba? We tried to search it last night. We couldn't figure it out.
Dude, there's a whole lot of different ways. I just kind of took to like a Dadaist approach. Like, I just want something that's real syllabic, sounds weird, and has like a couple different meanings. Like, I grew up in Florida, so it's kind of like a take on that. I really like Flying Lotus, so I wanted to have some sort of like a flow sound in there. Yeah, I just thought it was, and also in like I think it's Yiddish or something. Baba means like grandmother, so I
Yeah.
thought like floor grandmother. It's kind of funny.
I was wondering. Because, most
Yeah,
people...
that too.
Because how would you describe your genre, I guess? It's like chiptune, but it's not. It's not chiptune. It's like video game, but not.
Yeah. I came from like the like chiptune scene, and then from there I was doing like game soundtracks and stuff.
Right.
And doing freelance work for that stuff is so rough. Like, I couldn't get a project to actually happen. Even if I got paid, it's like I didn't do anything at all.
Yeah.
So I got kind of annoyed with that, and I just started like remixing my own stuff because it wasn't going used, and came upon like kind of a new sound for myself. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pursue this and write like originals like this and stuff, and kind of turned into what I'm doing now.
It's a very unique like style. It's very cool. It's like if Kirby was like into trap or something. It's not necessarily trap, but it's like
That's a good way to describe it.
It I mean, in a way, it's
like a soundtrack for Kirby Superstar if that game came out this year, as
Yeah.
opposed to the
yeah, in a way.
Can you send that to the Nintendo? Like, I want to get hired.
Seriously, it is. I mean,
You should be. I'm
We
so
usually
amazed
have-
that you don't make video game OSTs at this point, with how much Game Wave sounded
Dude, it's-
like one.
Yeah, it's rough out there. Like, I've tried, and like I'm actually peeping to see if there's any like available positions anywhere right now and stuff. Like, I want to make it happen, but it just hasn't ever actually worked out in my life.
didn't it say you used to work like on Adult Swim games?
No, I didn't used to work on it. I actually sent them like my music one time, and they spotlighted it as the only time they've ever like spotlighted a music artist instead of a game artist.
Oh.
Oh.
Cool.
Yeah.
I was
That's
wondering
really
because
cool.
but yeah, I'm just trying to think like how blip.
Sorry, let me mute this while the dog is barking.
Classic Vito. If it isn't his mic, it's his dog or a lawnmower or an echo. Or... No, I'm just kidding. But it's this interesting blend of like what jazz fusion, I think you say,
Yeah.
where it's like the opposite of vaporwave, where it's instead of being lazy, it is like full on amazing like progressions and rhythms, and it's insane.
Yeah, I always joke that like vaporwave fans don't really understand me, but like vaporwave artists and me like get along really well because I think we all stem from this like similar approach to taking like jazz sounds and turning them into something new.
Yeah.
And like when I show it to like vaporwave people, like I'll get like blocked from vaporwave groups. They'll be like, "This is shit." Yeah,
Really?
dude, and like
Wow.
yeah, and like vaporwave fans have like no love for me. But like I talk to vaporwave artists all the time. When I dropped my album, Frank Job C, like I was like hitting my DMs up, and like I talked to him, and now we discuss stuff, and Bedlam Tapes and me talk a lot. Like we get a lot. I'm on this show, and you guys are in there.
Yeah, I mean, but I feel like if the music is just too. How could you hate it? I don't get it. It's just.
Thank you.
I listened
So
to it.
good.
I listened to it last night after Blank Banshee, and
Well, that's a tough act to follow. So
it was my playlist was Blank Banshee, 01, and then Game Wave, and then my own album. I had to listen to it again.
Of course.
Not Pioneer though.
You
I
gotta.
listened to the new one just because every now and then I just have to check in and make sure it still flows.
That makes sense.
It's true.
See if it's
You
still
got
there.
it, man.
See, I slowly transitioned back into me.
So tell us more about the upcoming album.
No.
And take over your show.
I want to do an episode like that so bad when it does eventually come out. Low key, I want to see if I can have Ozcop do an Ozcast for it. Just a one and done, like, out of nowhere. If anyone knows that.
That'd be nice.
Anyways, well, what about your... It's clearly inspired by video games. Clearly.
Mm-hmm.
So what video games in particular? I mean, obviously the N64 era.
Yeah. I in the chiptune scene, I come from like the sound font building community, so we'll
Right.
actually go into like the game information and take those sample instruments out and put them in a form that's usable in a modern DAW. So just from that experience and also from playing them too, I got like a lot of influence from Earthbound, from Kirby, from Super Mario. ActRaiser's a really good one.
Yeah.
And then from there, into like Nintendo 64. You got Super Mario 64, Kirby 64, all those big ones. Zelda. I actually don't use too many Zelda sounds in my music, but kind of a lot of the atmosphere is inspired by them.
Yeah, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
You're the one who, I mean, I've been definitely aware of sound fonts, but like just hearing it in Game Wave, I was like, oh, there's so much more to this than just like making a funny, like, oh, this sounds like it's from the Genesis track. Like, I actually use it now, and my upcoming stuff is kind of like sample based, but then
Good.
layered with like these N64 sounds, especially the slap bass. I love that like Kirby Dream Land 3 slap bass I use.
Oh yeah, that like super cheesy,
Yeah.
like doo-doo.
There's a track.
I love that
There's a
sound.
track I've been working on that has like this one like a super cheesy saxophone like riff in it. It's really fun. That's,
Some MIDI sax, you gotta.
yeah, it's so funny because I layer it with like, straight up disco samples or whatever, and like make these cool combo beats. And I mean, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm saying my own music is very cool.
Well,
I'm
no,
saying-
like, that's the kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff I want to see happen more in vaporwave, because I feel like if you can just layer on top of them, that's like the best kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the scene gets lazy, and they just slow down stuff, and then I'm like, nah, dude, don't.
Mm-hmm.
They just-
Slow it down, and then put like one element in it, and then it's amazing. Like,
Well, like, even it's so weird. Just I'm on this weird line where it's like you can't be too mean because like sometimes you just want something slowed down, but then at the same time people just kind of slow it down and then be like, I'm an artist, just like that same Pepsi or the Skylar Spence song, slowed the music down, called myself an artist. But I feel like if people put more production and stuff, or learn production or anything, like learn how to chop or layer beats and do everything right. That's why that was my thing against my own album Pioneer, was because it was too simple. There are some songs that are cool cuts and stuff, but in my stuff now. It's just so much more depth. There's so much more depth. And same with
Yeah,
my-
and like, and you know, like that Macintosh Plus album, like I like that a lot because on top of being just, I listened to it before it was like a meme. So
Right.
like now it's like funny. People come into it with that presumption, but there's a lot of really cool sample layering happen, and like stuff glitches and stuff changes time signature. It's
Right.
actually like a pretty smart manipulation of the sample.
Right, and that's the whole thing about like, you obviously everything you do is all original. For the most part, I think, right?
I still chord sometimes, but
Yeah, but it's just interesting to like see the comparison. Like, what do you listen to any vaporwave? Not that the show is strictly a vaporwave show, but
yeah, I listen to people's like SoundClouds more than I listen to people's albums when it comes to vaporwave.
okay,
Like I'll peek in and just kind of see what they're up to, and then also like I'll check out like Bedlam takes every now and then, and see what like Los Angeles has going on.
it's so sad that they aren't here because I think they're both fans, and I think it's
Yeah,
funny.
we've talked before.
Ooh. I know, like, one of the earlier episodes, I think Hex was like, oh, I've been listening to Floor Baba, Game Wave. And I was like, that sounds interesting. And then, like, 3 weeks later, I was like, oh, I've been listening to Game Wave by Floor Baba. And he was like, I'm pretty sure we talked about this already. And I was
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
I was like, did we? And he's like, yeah, I don't know. And I was like, oh, whoops.
That's awesome though.
It's kind of fun. I mean, it's such a I don't even know, like, how I discovered it. I'm trying to think. Just...
I discovered it because of the RYM charts, and it's kind of funny. I just wanted to throw this in at some point because on RYM, which is Rate Your Music, the database only recognizes Floor Baba as vaporwave, which is funny because we
Weird.
keep
Not
saying,
even-
yeah, it's because genre voting on that site works by album, and people couldn't really find a genre that they agreed with for Game Wave the same way they could vaporwave, so it just kind of stuck. But it definitely, isn't traditionally or in
It's-
any way vaporwave, since it's very originally composed, and but it sounds like the kind of music that when people do sample to make vaporwave that they would be trying to make. Like it still sounds like the
Yeah.
end result in some ways. It's
You
just
know,
most
and
people.
I sorry to cut you off. But
Oh,
like,
don't be sorry.
I get a lot of like flack because like I'll call my stuff post vaporwave, and like that drives people insane for some reason. Like
Not me.
Like, as soon as
hear
I
it.
do,
That's a good tag for your kind of music.
yeah, that's what I thought too. Because like I'm learning from vaporwave and I love it, but I am like using that to compose my own music with that kind of vibe or hashtag aesthetic. So and people are like, well, you can't be post vaporwave because vaporwave's still happening. I'm like, well, that doesn't mean that
That's-
hardcore is still happening and there's post hardcore.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
post rock and post
obviously, rock
everything.
music didn't,
Yeah.
Post office, there's still offices.
Post man, there's still man happening.
There's still men, despite your feminist agenda. We get into the issues.
Oh my god.
I always say that like there's like your genres and stuff. Then there's also like this like umbrella term, just it's like internet music, I guess, where it has that aesthetic feel and the cheesy samples or like there's like even future bass kind of comes from this, and there's future bass and vaporwave, and then like the juke sound, like the vape error sounds, and like the blank banshee kind of like
Oh my god, Vape Error is so good.
yeah, like stuff like that, or vapor trap and cloud rap, and all these genres that are born from the internet have this specific like experimental cheesy synthy sound. And it's just kind of that term. I think that's what people get. Sometimes they confuse that for vaporwave, so they'll call everything vaporwave when it's just something that happens to be internet born.
That's true.
Even like chiptune stuff, people are like, "Oh, it's vaporwave." I'm like, "That's just chip. That's literally chiptune."
It's just on old hardware.
Yeah.
Well, some people will hear chiptune and they'll just assume that it was sampled from an old game because it doesn't sound like the 2010s anymore. So they're like, "Oh, this must be vaporwave. It must be sampled from Earthbound or something." When in actuality, you have guys like you who are sitting there arranging their own shit. So some people, I think, just make assumptions about where it came from. So they're like, it's probably a sample. It must be vaporwave.
Maybe that's the problem with vaporwave.
Yeah, there's a thread that somebody sent me that was on 4chan of people discussing my album.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Oh my god, and they're just like ripping it apart without actually like. They're all like, "Oh, so Kirby and like Kirby samples with trap beats." Well, that's 2008. Like,
I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, I was like, "You don't even get
these lame arpeggiated trumpets." I'm
Yeah.
like,
What are you talking about? Like, this is sick. Get out.
yeah, I know. Those trumpets are so sick. Too sick. Everything about the N64, like, for some reason I was calling them sound fronts, and then Dan Mason was like, they're sound fonts, and I'm like, oh shit.
Shut up.
I've been pronouncing it front for some reason since like, I don't know, 4 years ago, whenever I discovered them or whatever. Which isn't that long, but I've been just like, sound front. But then and it's still stuck in my head now. And so it's like pronouncing console and council. The PS4 is a console, but people pronounce it council. Anyways, whatever. What are we talking about? Those sounds, like, what particular about those sounds? Why do you use them? Do you think just because they sound cool?
Yeah, I thought that they were like a cool sound source that not a lot of people were taking advantage of at the time. And coming from like doing video game soundtracks and stuff, I just wanted to be like authentic when I was writing for stuff like that was retro or whatever. Just kind of kept with it while I was moving forward in production value. And now I'm kind of getting more into synths. Like I use Silent One a whole lot now, and like more more modern kind of sounds, but still having that element in it.
Right. Just getting, like, you said something about how you compose original stuff without using synths, or like, you've been using sound fonts for like just a couple years, and you've never had to learn how to program like stuff.
Yeah. It wasn't until like I want to say like the last 2 months I actually sat down with the synth and was like, all right, so what's this doohickey? What's this? And then like once I realized you can like automate filters like by like tempo, and like you can have all these different like parameters and the sound morphs. That's something that I struggled with a lot when writing Game Wave, was that stuff would sound so static. I would layer effects on it. So like having the synths, I think is really good, especially for bass work. A lot of my bass sounds are now inspired by Thundercat. You know them?
No, I'm not familiar.
I love Thundercat.
Thundercat. He's like if you ever hear bass on a Flying Lotus song, it's Thundercat. If you listen to the bass on the new, on the new, but on To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick, that's him. But he's got that like funky bass sound, so I've been kind of emulating that and applying that because he has like that same kind of jazzy vibe.
Okay. It's just really definitely like the bass is so iconic to you. That weird, like, I'm not gonna sing it, but I know what you mean. So let us cut to another track, which I forgot to ask again. So do you have a second track you'd like to play?
No, you can just pull one from my SoundCloud, I guess.
Okay. Well, we'll cut to that. We'll talk about it after, maybe.
Alright.
Pachyderm you want, Vito?
I love it. It's my favorite. It's one of my favorites.
We can do that one, sure.
Only if he's okay with it. I mean, if that's like his least favorite track on Game Wave, we don't have to.
No,
it's one of my favorites.
That Pachyderm Punch, is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It literally sounded like I was playing Yoshi's Island. Like I was like listening to it thinking, was this sampled from that game? Because I just see the artwork from that game when I hear it. It's so good.
Yeah.
Do you have any insight into the production of that?
It did originate, like, that was my inspiration, was trying to write something from there.
Sweet.
Some of the instruments are actually from that game.
Right.
Oh, fuck.
So yeah, it's definitely like post Yoshi or whatever.
Post Yoshi.
How can it be post Yoshi when Yoshi's still
Oh,
around?
I need that genre now. I need that genre.
There was a new Yoshi game just last year. Come on.
What the fuck?
Fuck.
Post
Can't do it yet.
Post Yoshi. Woolly World. All right.
That's the title of the new episode.
Woolly World or Post Yoshi?
Post Yoshi.
Post Yoshi. All right.
I'm fine with that.
Definitely. All right. Well, what is that? Pachyderm Punch? It's called.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. We're gonna cut to that and be right back with a special segment that I'm sure regular listeners will be excited about. So we'll be right back.
Uh-oh.
Holy shit, 108. What is happening? Anyways, we'll get to that later. And I purposely cut off what we were talking about, so if you understood that, then there's a little teaser for what's to come. But we're here to talk more with Floor Baba about Desk Pop, which you can explain, because I mean, I'm sure I could sum it up, but I'm not entirely sure if there's any specific. What is Desk Pop?
Desk Pop's in we could try to tag it as a fun and experimental music. So just kind of stuff that is weird out there. We pull a lot from like the chiptune scene, and try to make try to push that next sound of people who are inspired by video games, who have worked on video games, or who are post chiptune or whatever, and push that kind of vibe, because I thought that, hey, people like me, I wish that I had somebody out there who was helping me originally. So why don't I help other people, and we'll get a group going.
Cool. I noticed a couple things. They sound very much like you. Not that they're like copying. I'm just meant like it's kind of that similar vibe where it's like, yeah, you said it.
Yeah,
post
like if
stuff.
somebody likes my stuff, like, well, hey, I come from like a whole circle of people, so let's pull out some of these other ones.
Because there's, Samir, I sent you that compilation. What was the frog one? Oh, what was it called?
Oh yeah,
Staffrific, I think, something like that.
staff circ, yeah.
There we
Yeah.
go. I like that. I've been listening to that this week, actually.
Yeah, because I sent it to him, and I was like, I feel like he'd be the one who's like into it. Well, it's all similar, but none of it is like, oh, well, it's all the same. It's not like that at all. It's all very, very similar style, but also everyone does it their own way. It's really cool.
And I help kind of foster that. Like we all share whips and we share tunes that are coming out, and we like try to be like, oh, I think it'd be cool because this would be very you and stuff.
I see. So, well, what's in the work? What has Desk Pop been doing?
Right now we have a compilation album that's dropping in a matter of days with another big collective, and I'm mastering that, and we got, I think, like, I don't know, a bunch of artists on it. I don't remember how many. And then a couple singles, couple albums in the mix, and then actually in August on the, what is it? I'm gonna misquote this. I think it's the 27th. We have a joint show with Smoothie Tunes happening at Baby Castles in New York.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and so kind of working on that, getting the travel arrangements of that done pretty soon here.
It's quite the travel to play a show.
Yeah, I was just out there like a couple months ago playing there.
Cool. So you do live stuff?
Yeah, I kind of pick and choose what I do. I really don't play at all locally anymore, but I play in like Detroit, play in Philly, play in New York.
If you ever come to Detroit, let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you know next time. I've been up there I think twice now.
Cool.
But I mean, before I really like got anywhere like big-ish, I guess, or whatever.
It's kind of weird. We like have this weird mutual group of like. I mean, they're friends, sure, but like they're like. I didn't even know you knew them until after I found out about you. We're in a group chat together unknowingly.
Yeah.
Like I found you.
Was that one by Hayball, Michael?
Yeah, I'm like, who runs the Synth Warehouse? Which, if you listen to the show, you might know I've been on a couple times. Yeah, and just it was interesting because I found you and we were talking on Twitter, and then like I look in the thread and it's like, there you are. And I'm like, holy shit, what?
Yeah, I've hung out with Hayball I think twice now, and he's played my stuff on his show and done compilation albums, and all those guys up there. That's like my second home, really.
Oh yeah, they're all great. There's like Snesse and all the
when I played in New York, I was playing the last gig of Snesse and John Pilbeam, Walking Circles. They were out there.
Oh sweet, I want to go see him. He's local, and I feel like now that I'm more like I've been going to more stuff, I feel like I want to go see him because that's cool as hell. He plays a lot of places I didn't think he would play, like local bars and stuff. And I was like, that's interesting. I want to go see him. I want to go see everybody. Now that I know so many local producers now, I'm like, I want to go see these people play so bad.
Yeah, Detroit's bumping right now.
It is. Got me on that future funk, spinning the future funk, baby. Baby. I played a show a week ago, and it was really tight. That's all I have to say about that.
Is there any stream or live?
No, I forgot to record it too.
Oh man.
No. You wouldn't want to watch me anyways.
I would watch you.
Nah, yeah, but a video would be so lame. It'd be just me like clicking stuff.
That's how it goes.
That's why I don't like. I prefer to be like behind a wall. Just listen to music. It got nothing to do with me.
Well, that's what kind of happened towards the end of the night.
Like yeah, when no one was there.
They're on the patio, weren't they?
Yeah, but they couldn't hear it outside.
I thought they could.
I know people were coming in asking me if I could play it outside, and I was like, I don't run this place. I have no idea.
Oh boy.
It was bumping at the beginning, and then, well, I guess I can tell the story. It was like I played a show with a couple, like, just, I don't know, they're not hardcore bluesy rock. It's interesting. Bands.
Oh no.
They were all right. They were pretty good. They're a couple friends of mine, so I knew one of the bands. They're good, you know. And but they wanted me to DJ, and I was like, that's kind of a weird mix, but okay, I'll do it. So I played in between, like before and then in between sets, and it was really cool actually. Like just playing some like low-key hip-hop stuff like Flaming Ghosts, and then later like just some upbeat feature funk stuff. But then, so I was playing a set after everyone was done, like just a full set, and I was mixing for like 45 minutes, and then people, you know, over the course of 45 minutes went to the patio, and then it's like 12:45, and I'm like, what am I doing? No one's like, besides my friends and people at the bar, like no one's in here. What, like, how long am I supposed to be playing for? I've been playing for like 45 minutes, and then like the dude who runs the place kind of walks by, and I was like, hey, and he's like, huh? And he comes over and he's like, how long do you want me to play for? Like, I don't know what's happening right now. No one told me. Like, when does this place close? Or like, what's happening? I don't know anything. He's like, well, you know, whenever you're done, man. And I was like, dude, I could play forever. Like, you know, I could just keep mixing. At this point, I was just kind of freestyling it. And then he was like, well, I thought maybe at least until 1:30. And it's 12:45. That's another 45 minutes. Yeah, and I was like, all right, dude. And so I kept playing, and it's funny, like, at that moment, I went from, like, I was just playing I think it was, like, 120 BPM, like, future funk stuff, and then I went up to, like, 135, and then I started playing all the dumbest anime shit I had. Yeah. I think I played a couple Floor Baba tracks, like, weird-ass shit. No one was listening. Yeah. I was just like, fuck it, I'm just going crazy with, like, the weird, like, just weird shit. And it was pretty, I mean, it was actually really cool, but it was kind of like, what, 1:30, get the fuck out of here. I did get paid.
That's all that
quite
matters.
A bit, but yeah.
Well, those are good when you're playing to like just a group of your friends, and like you think that the gig kind of sucks, but then you get paid well, and you're like, all right.
Yeah, I know. It was like, I mean, not to put money value, but I did get paid 4 times what I thought I was going to get paid.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
That's a happy surprise.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good show, and I definitely want to do it again. Welcome to my episode of 3D Cast.
See, I play the show with like a bunch of my metal friends and stuff, and it was like the worst show I've ever had.
Oh.
Like it came down to like 4 of like the guitarists standing in front of me, being like, "Those chords are sick," and then like everybody else was like leaving.
Yeah, it's so weird because people enjoyed it. You know, they danced for like the first half hour or so, but then at that point it was like 12. People either like 12:30, and people either left or they were outside. The place didn't close till 2, so I was like, well, what's the point, dude? Because I asked him, I was like, well, what's happening? No one's in here. And he's like, oh, they're at the patio, and I assumed people could hear it out there. They're like, okay, that makes sense. I'll play. And then people kept coming in and being like, well, we can't hear it outside. And I was like, oh, perfect. Perfect. Well, it was a nice place, though, and the setup was good. I thought they were going to put me on stage with, like, all the bands and shit, and I was like, dude, that'd be so lame if, like, everyone's doing all these cool, like, you know, they're rocking out and going all over the place, and then there's me just standing there. I was kind of off to the side by a booth with all my friends. That was cool. And I'd make a joke. They'd freak out every time I'd, like, click play. They'd be like, holy shit, he did it! They were funny. Dicks. It was fun. It was really fun. Anyways, big surprise. Here we go. Let's cut to it. Cut the shit. Cut the bullshit. Hopefully we have enough time for this. This is a Holy Swag questionnaire, everybody. Round of applause.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa. Drop the music.
Ready.
For those unfamiliar, Holy Swag, super fan of the show. Is how else would we describe her? Maybe insane, we don't know. Super enthusiastic, always up for a good time, super funny, writes the craziest questions, writes a ton of questions, comes with pictures and colored fonts and highlights, and it's amazing.
Oh boy.
So, I'm sorry you have to listen to me nasally read all this. So let me just get prepared. Let me mute my mic and blow this nostrils out. Dead air.
That's what it sounded like.
There. Anyways, hi 3D, hi Baba. I've been cutely traveling the world, which has given me more prowess. Mao Kiss Dead, Mao 5 or Mao 6. I don't know what.
Oh my god.
Great start already.
Let me zoom in real quick. So now I've brewed up a special concoction. A bagel with cream cheese. You could even put locks on. I hope you feel attractive. You feel like a sharpened Bali song. That's a butterfly knife, which you can sprinkle great pop rocks on. I don't know.
What?
First cute question. Desk pop is my favorite ever. I saw Will Ferrell and other guys, and then I saw one of Dan Bilzerian's Entourage shoot. Did I pronounce that? Entourage shoot. I don't know. Shoot off M16 in Dan's office, and then I wanted to do it, but then I don't have any guns. I use music like a desk pop, so any comments on that label? And if I tried to join, would they let me shoot off guns in the office? What? It's if you don't understand it, that's part of it. And you don't have to answer anything because if you know, it's a very.
I'm gonna go ahead and say no guns.
At the desk pop offices.
Like just in general, no gun. But like you can like hang out. So
sometimes like I'll be real. If you're, of course you're listening, Holy Swag. But I thought it was like an act. Like she's like just a person doing some sort of like funny act that was funny. But then she posts pictures from places all over the world, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, I believe
Oh,
you.
boy.
I believe you now. So here's a straightforward question. Do you have a specific production workflow when you're ready to create the next heavy vaporwave banger? Not vaporwave. But anyway.
Yeah, I think more and more. I start by writing some chords and stuff on like a little Casio keyboard, like just in like 5 minutes before like I leave for work or something. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then I get home and I'll like put the drums down, and then I'll like fit the chords over that, and then that's been kind of my workflow lately. And then I'll just kind of add and mold from there.
Cool. What's your favorite sound on planet Earth? It's a very interesting question.
Yeah, that's a
It is.
rough one.
I'm thinking about it too now.
I think we've asked this something similar to this before.
Yeah, mine's when Crash goes.
Whoa! Crash is back, baby. E3
Yeah,
2016.
baby, he's back. That's my
back.
plug.
You know, I don't really know. I think that what I really like is like big synths that sound like a choir and they sound like huge and roomy.
Hell yeah.
And then you're able to like sidechain that or something. I think that's like one of the coolest sounds you can hear.
Alright, cool. Well, do you think future music is more heh or eh?
I mean, I like it, so whichever one of those is positive.
I didn't. 5. How to get Ender. I think this is. They're spelled interestingly. Like it's NDER. I think it's under. How do you get under 10% body fat in an enjoyable way? In an enjoyable way. Hashtag or it just looks cute in asterisks.
I don't know, man. I got a fiance. I don't really feel comfortable answering that one.
The air horn on Game Wave Track 10. If you feel what I'm trying to say is literally the most classy and tasteful air horn in any music ever. Not a question. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Situation question. Oh god. Dat boy is coming at you, but you're in France. Do you save dat boy or flip dat boy for cash for frog legs?
I think I would save him.
Ah, shit, what up? Situation question. Your song is clipping, but it sounds really hot. Do you And then the list of things. Roll off the subs, turn down the volume of the master channel, eat snacks, other. Please explain.
I'd probably just export it.
Fuck it.
If it sounds cool, it sounds cool. Like that can be a technique. Everybody hates on it, but it can be a creative technique.
Okay.
That's true.
Hey, Floor Baba. Oh, of course. This is Swaggy's Do You Vape, Do You Vape, Do You Vape over and over and over again for a long time. So, do you vape?
I do not.
Oh, man. What? All right, another meme question. 9. When I saw Daniel from Damn Daniel on the Ellen Show, that's when I really realized we live in post-rational or post-ironic times. At the end of civilization, like at the end of that anime Wolf's Reign. So, a question I have for you, which I asked DJ Spooky, but he couldn't answer, is, being a person who is smart and honestly pretty cute, and you know people have limited attention spans, and you know the track will get skipped in 2 seconds, but you still curate music and have desk pop and make these great albums, how do you stay focused in this hyper-frantic, post-ironic, post-vapid society, and do you have any success tips or Q-tips for 3D listeners and for cute Swaggy?
Oh, cool.
Do you have any?
Well,
how do you stay focused?
Well, I guess I think that in this age, because music is so disposable and music really doesn't have inherent value anymore, you got to find ways to put that value in otherwise. So, for instance, with my singles, what I'll do is I'll make art specifically for each single, and then now that has a little bit more value. Or when we're doing compilation albums.
Interesting.
And
I like that.
Yeah, and like when we're doing like a compilation, nobody cares about a bunch of people putting out music all together, but people care about a unique way that they're releasing it. So we do USB cards,
Super true.
Yeah, so same thing with tape labels. Every single one of those releases could go unheard, but because the tape is something that you want to hold in your hand and put in your car or put in your tape player, whatever, it has that value that it actually deserves.
Right.
So that's kind of my kind of postmodern look at it, because I've been writing music since I was like 12. I've done session work, I've toured, I've done this, open studios and stuff, and this going forward in the internet is the only way that we can really put value in the art that we're trying to show people.
Very interesting, and I think I agree 100%.
Mm-hmm.
So number 10. Anecdote about Swaggy's life. I took a nap listening to Cat Corp, wearing Sennheiser HD 380s, which are bass boosted, not flat bass response, and my ears got really hot, and I woke up and my ears were really mega hot. That was question 10. 11.
Well, it was probably all the bass.
Yeah, the bass is ripping your ears apart, Swaggy. You need to keep your ears well so you can listen.
You're gonna want to turn down the lit and turn up the sus a little.
Do you know that some people consider Dogecoin their primary life mission? That's question 11.
I didn't know that.
Do you think internet culture has become ironic to the point that it's crossing over into the economy with Dogecoin, aka irony money or meme money? And do you think memes are a new form of the economics?
I'm not sure about memes and economics, but I do think that more and more, we're off the gold standards, so money really isn't worth anything. It's concrete as far as I'm concerned. So I do think that we're getting into a society where it's worth what it's worth to you, and you can kind of, it's becoming less concrete. So I think that we are kind of like in a post-ironic society where maybe bitcoins, maybe Dogecoins, maybe all that stuff can happen if it's internet money that internet websites take.
Well, how can it be post-irony when irony is happening right now? It's called Post.
That's what I want to know.
It's a post-callback podcast. Have you ever had a lucid dream and/or does making music influence your dream theater?
Her dream theater.
I love that, yeah.
Dude, John Petrucci is a great guitarist for Dream Theater.
He is. It's true.
So Well, I've never like really lucid dreamt, I don't think, but I do have mild synesthesia. So when I'm writing, sometimes it'll kind of activate different parts of my brain. So I'll know that like, a sound is amazing when I feel like I'm in a cathedral and stuff. Like,
I know, to speak for myself, I know I've definitely, like, without thinking, just start making a song. This is when I would do original stuff. And you'd just do, like, a melody or something, and something in the back of your head is like, this sound is the villain of the song. Like, it's like it's giving sounds characteristics, or like saying, like, this is how I view the sound. It's very interesting.
oh, that's smart. That's smart.
Like, it's not even something I have to say out loud. You'll just be making the song and be like, oh, here's like a little chord pads, and you'll just be like, oh, that's like someone being really nice to someone. Like, there's like a scene. I don't know. It's weird.
See, that's cool because for me, mine is like, oh, so this has like a purple color and this has like a yellow.
Oh, I see
color.
that too. Definitely.
Yeah. So like when you're putting it all together, it's like not just the sounds, but it's also like what kind of world is happening in your head as you're making it.
Yeah, I should do more original stuff. It's way more fun sometimes. Let's see. Since your cover was de-signed by the person who did our shower thoughts, that's supposed to be designed.
Oh, design.
De-signed
Yeah,
was designed by the person who did our shower thoughts. Do you actually have profound ones in the shower? What is this? What is happening? Oh, shower. Do you have shower thoughts in the shower? Profound shower thoughts? And do you think shower thoughts can influence the rest of your life? Do you have schemes and well-laid plans in or out of the shower?
Pretty much all of that. Yeah.
Yes. 15. Desktop rocks. OMG. I just thought of that. 16.
Who is this person? I gotta find them. Who is
They're
it?
Holy Swag, man. They tweeted at you a couple times, I think, in the last couple days.
I'm gonna
I
have
think
to
their
find that.
Twitter is blessed up right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, gonna follow them because they seem funny.
Oh, they're hilarious. 16. Anyone who says "cats up," I mean, really, not a question. Assuming instead of ketchup, cats up. Cute game section. I want to be a writer. Once I wanted to be a writer once. Won NCE. I played Myst. Do you like Myst / Riven soundtracks?
I actually don't know much about those games or anything.
I have a couple people who really liked Myst, and I just never played them. They look super dated.
Some people have been telling me that my art has like a kind of Myst vibe, like the 3D art, but I don't really know that firsthand.
Do you like the Quake 1 soundtrack?
Again, I
Yeah.
knew people who played it, but I didn't really play it myself.
I played Quake 3. Do you know any other music sounds like Quake soundtrack? I mean, I'm just assuming that's like the Doom guitar stuff, like the cheesy guitar stuff.
Oh yeah, actually, what's funny? Actually, if you find this one pinball game that was the music was written by John Petrucci of Dream Theater, that music's pretty sweet.
Do you think a lo-fi aesthetic of 16-bit games was the pinnacle of civilization?
No, but I really do like it.
What with the new Final Fantasy games having full audio soundtrack, it kind of erodes the power of imagination. I think MIDI music is cute as fuck. I mean, imagine being in bed with a girl, but it's like a full 128-bit audio. No, I want 16-bit circuit bent doilies. You want Floor Baba, what do you want? On all caps.
I mean, orchestral music's cool, but I think that part of what digital media is about is experiencing things that you wouldn't experience in real life. So I think that the further along that technology progresses and the more realism we get, I think that that's the wrong way to approach it. Like, I think a VR is going to be a really good example of how it should happen, where you can actually envelop yourself in what you perceive as high quality, but it'll actually be something you've never experienced in your day-to-day real world.
Well, 17. Can you speak to studio rage, and what do you do on those days when technical glitches make it feel impossible to create?
I typically just wrestle any any studio problems like the minute that it's happening. Like, I don't deal too much with that. I usually have one person more versed in the technical aspects of everything with me if I'm doing something big, and then I'll just be like, fix it. Like, it's not working. Fix it so I can work.
She goes on to say, I think a lot of people need strategies to deal with that, and you seem like a big boss who has that handled pretty cutely. 18. I really wish I had a Mac 10 so I could do a desk pop right now. That's it.
Well, alright, neat.
19. Do you think the Illuminati has anything to do with the board game Yahtzee? What?
That's a great sentence.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, Monopoly is just, the signs are all there, man.
20. Game Wave. Obviously a lot of samples and inspiration from game music here. Do you ever think about doing crossover projects into video games? I hope she means samples like sound fonts, because there are no samples. It's all original.
Yeah. It's a moot point by now. When people say, I like that sample you did, I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'd love to do games, and I know a couple game developers, but they're all, they got their own stuff going on. We always like, oh, we'll do a project in the future, but like everyone's got kids and houses and.
A lot of vaporwave people could really be killing it, because I think vaporwave inspired people have a super curation process of being talented, not to mention cute, of being able to figure out the market and understand the Bezier curve of the inner brain of young kids, young spelled like Y-U-N-G. And also,
I like this person.
Also hyper inspirational meme craft. All right, 21. Do you think military industrial complex is responsible for why gamers aren't like they used to be in the era of Diablo 1, Quake 1, Myst, Final Fantasy 7, and Duke Nukem 3D?
Oh, yeah.
Do you think... What?
Do I think the military has anything to do with
Do you
it?
think military industrial complex is responsible for why games aren't like they used to be?
No, but I think that maybe military games have changed the way that people market them, because stuff like Call of Duty got so popular. Maybe that's an answer, maybe?
Maybe. I think that would be.
Yeah.
If instead of garlic you shoved a MIDI controller up Nosferatu's nose, would that cure him of the need for blood?
Probably no.
Because it didn't work for Cute Swaggy. Roar. 23. Are you more sunrise or sunset person, and do you feel sentimental at those times?
I'm a sunset person, and no, because by then I'm usually winding up to like spend a night working on a project or something.
Trick question. Sun doesn't rise. This isn't a cooking dough. I don't know.
Nice.
That's what it's...
Wrecked.
Yeah. Jazz and classical really seem to inform your style, so a cute few questions about those genres. Can you speak on free improvisation and music, and what Cecil Taylor, Sun Ra, Ornette Coleman, and Gucci Mane were doing? Do you draw any secret powers from them?
It's kind of a weird question, like weird worded, so I'm trying to think of how to
Yeah.
with it.
Ever heard Sun Ra and Gucci Mane in the same sentence before?
Yeah, like Sun Ra I can talk about, Gucci Mane I can't really. But yeah, I studied music academically. I went to a music school up here in Youngstown, Dana School of Music, for classical composition and jazz guitar minor. So that is authentic. I'm not like putting on an act. Like I really have studied all that very seriously. And it definitely informs it. And I think that free improvisation is something that comes from the jazz side of stuff. Because classical people are not really good at that.
Well, something more interesting. Lemon heads or dum dums?
Lemon heads.
Yeah. How do those even like compare?
Yeah, that's not even remotely similar candy.
Not a whole lot can stand up against lemon heads, in my opinion.
Yeah. Back to business. Classical used to be all improvised way long time ago. Then we started writing down pieces. Nowadays, these Same handful of pieces are performed by orchestra ensembles, etc. And classical musicians work really hard to become technically proficient, but not many of them are making their own original music. Any tips for hardworking classical chops people who want to make their own music, but their standard is too high and or too disconnected from the new emergent paradigm of hyper-inflated, bass-boosted, booty house, shifty, hyper-sampling, chop-up, memecore, nightcraft, deep-digging, 2x lengths of penises, oysters, Rockefeller-type beat?
Well, okay. So, I'm going to just answer the first half of that, I think.
Tips for making... I think it was only one question.
Yeah, man. Well, I think that classical people, you know, like, they come from the world where everything's real regimented, and it's like a practice schedule, and it's like a piece written down on a piece of paper, and that's like, from start to finish, that's the music, and they are just kind of the vehicle through which it travels.
Right.
So they really don't have a whole lot, typically, kind of put on them to be creative as far as creation goes. As far as interpretation goes, those can be some of the most moving players, but it's just not really either a drive or something that's on their radar as far as like, oh, you can actually write this stuff too. But I mean, that's the difference between like a performer and a composer, and sometimes a composer's not as good as playing their music, and sometimes a player can't compose the music, you know? It's
quite the predicament.
Yeah, classical is a world that's. I hope that it kind of. I hope it catches up because it's dying right now. Well,
how about the length of your thang? Ding-a-lang, ring my bell, fam. Not a question.
See the worm question.
Perfect. Jazz fingers. Jazz is like, I don't know why it just starts with that. Jazz is like surfing or riding a wave, and life can be said to be that way too. You have to make decisions spontaneously. Do you think having jazz chops has made you a more powerful sorcerer in life ordinarily? How can other people have the same kind of jazz fingers in real life?
Dude, that's actually a really insightful question because, like, yes, actually.
Interesting.
Like, just kind of, like, coming from the world where, like, in jazz, you're supposed to improvise, you're supposed to, like, know situations and kind of, like, you know, if the chords change, how are you going to change? Like, that really does kind of help inform, like, an improvisation in life. Like, situations change, and you got to have, like, a repertoire of, like, you know, how do you handle certain stuff? So I actually do think it does help a lot.
Who would have thought there'd be some interesting, insightful responses to these?
Yeah, this is probably the best Holy Swag lineup yet.
Yeah, I actually really like these. Like, she's on a whole another level. I'm digging it.
Oh God, sorry. I'm yawning.
Somebody vaporwaved him.
A yawn is just real life vaporwave.
Who sampled that yawn just now?
27. Giordano Bruno was burnt at the stake in 1600s because he had a secret memory technique that allowed people to conceive of the entire mind of God all at once, and the merchants in Venice were really threatened by his ability to empower the common man. So GameWave has the same potential, but I want to be safe, Baba. So can you speak a bit about your inspirations in the studio and how you remember all the bits you want to put into a great album like this?
Oh my God. I would hope that my music never gets anybody burned at the stake or whatever. And I am flattered that you think that is something that could happen, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
As far as like an album process, I just kind of write a whole bunch and then by subtraction pick what's the strongest, and then I'll actually go through, and once I have album art, I'll kind of attach everything to like one general idea and maybe like change instruments so an instrument kind of fits over here and then you hear it in this other song and stuff.
That's an interesting way to do it. I usually just do a song and then fucking that's it.
Yeah, and I like to kind of attach the songs, especially if they're going to be in an album, like somehow.
That's cool. I think maybe I'll have to step my shit up, you know? Step your game up. So this is Question 28 is just a picture of I don't know, a statue, and there's like a pentagram, and I'll send it to you. 29. So in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, what was really meant by reindeer games?
I don't know. Does anybody else have any insight on that?
No.
Like craps or some shit.
Maybe it was like Hunger Games. Baba, do you understand that if yourself and Keith Swaggy played golf, it would be lit? Because, you know, if... Let's see, hold on. What is this word? S-O anyone? If it's S-O-E and then the number 1.
So one?
It's
Like someone, but a typo?
someone... Maybe, yeah, I think it is. If someone hits a maniac shot and you're supposed to yell 4, well, every time I hit one, I'd have to yell 4, and eventually you'd be infiltrated by Swaggy's golf balls, and then it'd be 4 on the floor. Hashtag you got swagged.
God damn it.
Wrecked.
I love the hashtag you got swagged. Either or questions. Go or chess? What is go?
That's another like board game.
Go
Like
or
classic
chess?
Board game.
I mean, I guess chess.
Mario Kart or F-Zero? Easy
Mario
answer.
Kart.
Easy. Cinnamon Toast
Easy.
Crunch or Lucky Charms?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Donkey Kong Country NBA Jam? Another easy one.
Donkey Kong.
Star Fox or Panzer Dragoon?
I don't even know what the other one is with Star Fox.
Yeah. I think it was a Sega game. God or Satan?
Pass.
Pickles or quote fingers unpickled cucumbers? I don't know what that means.
I mean, like, cucumbers that are pickled.
Oh, it's 37. Are you doing the quote fingers? Like, unpickled cucumbers. Like, I think she just means cucumbers.
Well, I mean, I like cucumbers, so that's cool.
Over pickles, though?
Yeah, I think so.
The question was pickles or... And then if you could see my video, I'm doing the quote fingers. Unpickled cucumbers. So yeah, I don't know, 37 was just an explanation of how to ask 36. 38, snack section. You knew it was coming. Baba, please tell your favorite 3 snacks in the studio or anywhere.
Let's see here. Well, my one buddy who is in the studio with me, he actually like runs a truffle like little company, so his truffles are good. We eat those a lot in the studio. It's like the most random thing. Like he's like this industrial producer, but like he also makes like truffles and like sells them at fairs and stuff. So then there's probably that. Goldfish are good. Like the pizza ones.
Hell yeah. Ooh,
And
let's
then
go get some today.
yeah, dude. And then like frickin' some candy. I don't know.
I think she always brings up the snacks in the studio thing because we had a guest on and she asked what we eat in the studio, and I said that I don't know why you would, because you get all over your keyboard and stuff. So I think she's always offended by that and always likes to point out that everyone eats snacks and I'm the one in the wrong.
Oh yeah, dude, you got it. Especially if you got like some drinks flowing, like everybody gets hungry.
Drinks is different because it's contained in a bottle, but if you're chowing on something and you get shit all over your shite.
Well, you don't eat it near all your stuff.
Yeah, I know.
You mess. You little mess.
I'm a self-contained man. I don't have an office or anything. You know, to this day, okay, this is a word I've never seen in my life. It's quinine. It's like they put quinine in tonic water. How do I pronounce this?
Quinine.
Is that how you? I've never heard. It's Quinine.
It's like what gives it that like.
Is it called
like,
quinine or quinine?
I think it's cool. I actually don't know. Fuck.
According to Wikipedia, it's a medicine for malaria.
Oh, that's okay. Well, I mean, what is this? You think we're walking around with malaria? Some of us, Floor Baba, tell us why there is quinine active ingredient in tonic water.
I don't know, man, because of Monsanto.
Yeah, there it is. 39. Grove Walker is my favorite track of yours. It makes me feel like I'm playing Secret of Mana and just upgraded to a new sword, and all the stupid enemies are getting cut down, and I'm shooting some magic projectile from my sword, and I'm like, yeah, bitches, what now? Masamune, bitches cut you, bitch, but it's still mysterious, and I'm still in the forest, and I'm still stalking my prey, and everything is like a Alan Moore comic, and I'm like pimp stepping through a petrified winter forest with my new weapons, and it's like on, and that's why we play video games, and you made the perfect sound, and bless you, you're a big boss. Okay, not really a question. In fact, I'm just sort of fangirling out right here now. Sorry, LOL.
Who is this?
Lesbian cinema called Kylie the Levitation God, but instead of any sex scenes, it's just a purple bouquet of alien flowers levitating over a glitch.gif landscape. And she posted a picture of that scene.
Cool. Send it to me.
That's question 40. I can forward this email to you.
Okay.
41.
This one.
We're almost done actually.
Really? Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
We're on 41. Instead of an ear, nose, and throat doctor, there should be a game wave, vaporwave, and witch house doctor. Question: what kind of doctor are you, Floor Baba, and what prescriptions, in quotes, do you have for us?
I work in like a durable medical equipment office, so like I'm not a doctor. I just chase them for paperwork.
So that's what you prescribe.
Yeah, well, I don't
Paper.
prescribe anything, but I mean, like,
Well, I think she's trying to have you use your imagination. I don't think she stalked you. I don't know if she knew that.
I don't know. I'd probably be like some weird like vibe doctor. I'd be like, you just need to like think positively.
You need to chill, dude.
You just need to chill and like go drink more water.
Let's see. A cute mirror maze. Cute or not cute? LOL, I guess I answered that one.
What?
She already said... Nothing. Let's move on from that. A cute mirror maze. She was asking if mirror mazes are cute, but then said it was cute. I don't know. Cute. Holy swag. 10 out of 10. The dessert known as flan. Cute or not cute?
I mean, yeah, sure, cute.
Leotards in general. Cute or not cute?
I'm gonna have to go with not cute.
Ooh. I like the way this one looks just because she wrote it. It's girls' butts in yoga pants. Cute or not cute, but butts is like white, but the rest of the word is all pink. And it's just, it's like girls' butts.
I mean,
Sure,
yeah.
sure. Laser arrays that can zero in on from outer space and light a cigarette or whatever. Like Swaggy's cute swagettes when I was in Amsterdam and I was standing in the window and then my joint was lit out of nowhere. It must have been alien space laser weapon system. Cute but creepy at the same time. Oh my god. That, yep, okay. 10
Yeah.
cute. Yeah, I don't know if that was a question. 10 cutes game whereby we ascertain whether you're in cahoots. What? Spoiler alert, 3D is in cahoots. Tell how many of 10 cutes in each situation. Holy shit. Is that really how you're gonna spell situation?
Situation.
Sit, shoe, number 8, shun. Tell
Nice.
me how many of 10 cutes in each situation. What's that mean? Oh, I see.
Like on a scale. Of
Yeah,
1 to 10?
yeah, I want to say.
Alright.
0 being
Alright.
dead, 10 being a kitten. You drop an EP. Cute. Blank out of 10.
Like me?
Sure.
I mean, like,
It's 10, right?
yeah. Well, I mean, you said it. I didn't say it.
I'm saying 10 out of 10. You find free money in the couch. Blank out of 10.
Oh, dude, 10 out of 10.
You locate a sound that makes your mind a purple Slurpee.
Oh, dude, 11 out of 10.
Ooh, you locate a sound that makes your neighbor's mind mashed potatoes.
Like a 9 out of 10.
Oh. You locate the Garden of Eden, but it's really, really small.
Like a 6?
You locate a giant petrified squid, and a sculptor edits the squid into a statue of yourself, but with a squid body left over. Blank out of 10.
Oh, 10. That sounds awesome.
Hot. How many retrofitted rocket exhausts do we need before Fleshlight does a rocket thruster pussy? Thank you.
0.
Back to the Future. 7 blank out of 10. What? I think she already answered it. X-Men Apocalypse, but only Apocalypse's face. Blank out of 10. I've never
Like
seen
a
that yet.
like a 4.
The mind of whoever invented the first. Okay, hold on. What was Minolta camera? Is that a thing? I don't know how to pronounce all these.
I mean, if he invented something, like 10.
Let's see. The mind of whoever invented that camera. Real close up of Madonna's face from the 1980s using that camera. How many cutes? So yeah, 10. Sure. A very small hamburger. How many cutes?
I'm gonna give it like a 6 because like it should be a big hamburger.
Yeah. See, the real answer.
Mm-hmm.
Lasher, the Anne Rice vampire novel. How many cutes?
5 because I'm not swayed. I don't know.
Being locked in a spaceship with the following producers: Skrillex, cute swaggy; Trent Reznor; Nobuo Uematsu. How many cutes?
Okay.
And furthermore, what kind of music do you make, assuming you're in the boss chair?
Like both, like 10 out of 10 right there. That'd be cool.
That'd be so sick.
And like I don't even know what would happen.
Why are you locked in a spaceship? Shouldn't you be locked in a studio?
Yeah, I think that like first of all, we'd probably all just be like, "Fuck, how do we get out?"
How do we land?
And then
this ship?
then we just be like, "Well, hey, let's make some music for when they find our bodies."
You think Skrillex and Nobuo Uematsu would get along? Jeez.
I don't know, man.
All right, snack section, part 2, Virgin's Blood. Question from Trent Reznor. What snacks do you feed me in the spaceship, Floor Baba?
Like nails.
Question from Skrillex. What snacks do you feed me in the spaceship, Chef Floor Baba?
I feel like he's probably like a Chex Mix guy.
Chex Mix? Skrillex Mix?
Skrillex Mix.
I'm tempted to call you Bobby, but that's straight fucked up. Question from Nobuo Uematsu. What snacks do you feed me? I'm the God. The game featuring Skrillex El Chapo plays.
Like
Nobuo.
I don't know, man. He can have whatever snack he wants.
You know, yeah, dude.
He's Snack King.
Snack King. The bishop from chess looks really sexual, not a question.
Alright.
Oh, wait, I skipped this one. Question from Cute Swaggy. What snacks do you feed me and the spaceship?
I don't know, probably like candy.
Nice. Yeah, the bishops from chess looks really sexual, not a question. Lamps are lit, fam. Drops, Mike. Hashtag you got swag. Picture of a girl with pink and she's got hair. I can only assume may or may not be her. No one will know. And think that's it.
Alright, cool.
Holy shit.
That was good.
This was a good one because it wasn't too long. Oh, and I can hear myself now.
Oh man, we almost made it to the end without my fucking mic shit. Hang on,
I think
sorry.
it was. I think it was good just because you probably hadn't talked in a while. Yeah, that was it. We did it. I can hear myself still. Damn it.
Hang on. I think I can fix this.
That was a holy swag question. Always loved. That was like the perfect amount. I think wasn't too long.
That was actually fun.
That was a great one.
One of the more fun like interview things I've ever done.
Honestly, at this point, this show is just people looking forward to the holy swag questions. We've done this is the 4th time, I think. 4th one.
Wait, we didn't get the mac and cheese question.
Oh shit!
Oh,
You're right.
shit.
Actually, I do have 2 questions from
All right.
Twitter. One being, what is your favorite taco filling from Mr. Jeep?
What is Mr. G?
It's the guy who asked the question.
Oh,
Sorry.
I thought this was still a swaggy
like a-
question.
Yeah, these
okay.
are other people now.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. If the taco meat's seasoned well, like that's the best part.
That's true. It's very true.
You're into it. That's yeah. What else would be in a taco though? Like, queso.
I mean, you got like cheese and lettuce and queso, I guess, but like that's the main feature right there.
And then of course, it wouldn't be a 3D cast without it. Thanks for reminding me, Vito. Do you eat mac and cheese with a fork or a spoon?
Fork.
Good.
Yes. Fuck yeah.
Got 'em.
Got him. Okay. Well, I know you have stuff to do, and I am sick, apparently. Out of nowhere.
Sick.
How
You're
did I-
like so sick, dude.
I'm sick, dude.
It's fucking
Hashtag
sick.
lit.
You got swag, dude. This disease is fucking lit as fuck, fam. I don't have malaria, though. Otherwise, I could cure it.
Get some quinine
Just
in you.
quinine.
Is that a Pokemon?
Quinine, yeah.
He's got like 9 tonic waters.
Quinine, yeah, and then there's Quin 10. Whoa. Anyways, let's wrap this bish up. Spoilers, we will play one more track. I should have asked you. Honestly, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta ask him what track we're gonna play, and then during the break I should ask him what we should play at the end. I forgot again, because this is the second time. Anyways, so we're gonna play a track, but first, let's do our self-plugs. So what's coming up with Floor Baba? What's coming out? Anything you want to say, or just, you don't have to spoil anything?
Yeah, right now my focus is I'm working on the next full length that is, I think is going to be a concept album, and in the meantime I'm doing just like weird collections of singles with art next to them, and move forward with like that show in New York that's going to happen. I gotta get planning on that.
Definitely cool. Definitely check it. If you haven't checked out Floor Baba, what are you doing? So
True.
cool.
What are you?
So cool. Hey Vito, I mean,
Thank you.
DMT is done. Oh, no problem.
It's true. It is done, but we have I actually have an album coming out on the label called Advanced Materials. It's
I've never
kind
heard
of
of
like
it.
a compilation. It's a fairly new label. They only have like 10 albums. I think mine will be the 10th actually.
All right.
It's a vaporwave label though. It's the album I'm putting out is kind of like a compilation, but it's also kind of like a remaster of lots of tracks I've done for all my different monikers, but under one.
Okay, cool.
So there's a couple tracks that aren't on anything, but like most of them are just like reworks and stuff from tracks from the last year or so that I've done, like under names like Suncoast Parkway and Caliente Mirage and that kind of shit. So that's fun.
Are we good?
But
can't
that's all
wait.
I got.
Cool.
I love. Who doesn't like a Vito? If you're into vaporwave and don't listen to Vito, something about the vapor will wash over you, the steam will wash over you. What is it called?
We will make a wave of steam.
We will make a wave of steam. Yeah.
Steam.
Steam.
That's cool.
You will get power washed.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely go check out that. I'm excited.
Oh, June 21st, 3 days.
21st. Oh shit. It's June 18th.
It is.
Samir, I'm sure you'll have loads of projects in the work.
Yeah, coming up in the pipeline, nothing. Follow me on Twitter at SamirClip. And maybe one day there'll be something. Maybe.
One day. As for me, I have a couple things I was supposed to read at the beginning. This show is on iTunes now. Sweet.
My mom.
Check that baby out. We got, I think, most of the episodes on there. Some are missing just because they were weirdly put together or whatever. Let's see. We do pay for hosting if you want. The best way to support us is by reading a review or leaving a review, telling your friends about it, tweeting about it, or if you really want to just be upfront about it, you can always pay for an episode on Bandcamp. Not required. The show will always happen for free. But if you leave reviews on iTunes or on Bandcamp, if you pay, or then I don't know, we'll read them. Definitely read them on the show. I don't know if that's an incentive or whatever, but we'll definitely do that. Also on Stitcher, of course on Bandcamp, on SoundCloud. You're listening to one of those, so one of these is redundant. Anyways, and do I have anything coming out? I don't know. Macintosh Plus thing is still on hold because of other stuff. I'm working on stuff. We'll see. Whatever. Right now I'm on break. I'm sick. So, thanks Floor Baba for doing the show.
Hey, thank you.
Sorry it had to be during your busiest day.
Dude, it's cool. I wish that it could have happened differently, but life just finds a way.
Life finds a way. It ends the show with the Jurassic Park quote.
Oh, I thought it was Drake and Josh.
It was Drake and Josh. They say
Yeah,
that
they
in
actually. That's an original. They just borrowed it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna go out on the last a Floor Baba track, but I don't know which one. Anyone got any idea?
You could play Rolling Eye, maybe. That's the newest one.
Okay, Rolling Eye.
Yeah.
All right. Anything you want to say about that track?
That's just one of the examples of me putting out music and art at the same time, and having them kind of have shared themes.
Awesome. We'll definitely play that, and I will see everyone next week. I'm not even sure who the guest is.
Oh fuck.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Anyways, thanks for listening,
What up?
and as always, I don't have a catchphrase. What if I had a catchphrase right there?
You need one.
Make one up.
But
Right now.
Skadoosh.
Good
I think I've been saying that. I said it one episode, and then I just kind of kept doing it. It's not good, and I don't want. Never mind. Let's get out of here.
Hashtag skadoosh.
Hashtag skadoosh, everybody. See you later.
Soup's on.
Soup's on. Oh, my phone's vibrating. I'm sure that was really loud in the mic. End recording.
Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, I was hoping I was just.
Yeah, you too.
Vito, did you just quote me on Twitter? Skadoosh.
I did.
Yeah, hopefully we didn't go too long because I know we're cutting it close right now, right?
Yeah, that's cool. The carpet cleaners probably just got done, maybe. So, I got a little bit to head over there.
All right. See you later.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, dudes. Thank you.
You're welcome. Kisses.
Smoochers. Hashtag.
Hashtag. See you. Fucking asshole. No. That was good.
It was.
Good mood
That was
food.
that was a good length too. Very
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to cut it down.
Good job. I mean, it was probably a lot easier since there were only like 3 people. I mean, for like the opening parts where like
Yeah.
what's everyone listening to, and there's like 8 people. It's probably makes
Yeah.
sense. It was shorter.
Well, I've been trying to cut this show down because it's a fucking bitch to upload. Also to listen to, I'm sure. And man, it's hot. I'm sick. I hate being sick in the summer. Is the worst.
It really is the worst.
What the fuck? This came out of nowhere.
That
You were
fucking
fine
sucks.
last night.
Yeah, seriously. I woke up today feeling flawless. It's obvious.
You just said you didn't. You said you felt bad this morning. Which one is it?
All right, I gotta jump in the shower, guys.
All right.
I'll be right there. All right, bye bye.
All right, I'll see you next week,
See ya.
guys.
See ya.
See ya.
Peace.